federations who have complied with the financial information, maybe I supply that one later. I don't have the information right now as to how many of them, but during that for us activities, they must be compliant. And you know that compliance of submission.
Chair, Bwana Waziri, I just want you to know that anyone who is working in this government and comes here, gives us promises, and deep down their hearts, they know they are lying or buying time. Being a new person in this office, I think we should go with what the PS said and the CEO, or we will impeach them. Because we cannot sit here. We go to our villages, very excited, with all the chiefs and village elders clapping for us. Me being a new member of parliament, how do I go back to the people and say, the new CS came in with the new terms? Because that is what I'm seeing. It is very unfortunate that we are still discussing about this. I thought we were going to be told from this date and this date, things are rolling out. Not cancellations, postponement, new discussions. It's sitting bad. Even as you sit there, I was telling my colleague, the CS is talking too much. Because already I'm seeing it is not progressive. We are now on pause. And yet we had kid play. We were so excited, all of us here. So I don't know what exactly you've been saying. Maybe I'm not understanding because I just blocked. From listening, I blocked my mind. Can somebody talk a language I understand here? Mambo iko karibu kuharibika hapo.
Mr. Chair, I want to assure Honorable Catherine, running a government is not an easy thing, especially when it comes to money. You need to be, and this is money. This is not about anything else, it's about money. And as a country, we have to adopt mechanisms that can give us greater value at once. You have 7 acres. You have other government programs that you want to implement. You can construct a sports academy alone for 50 million. But you can add a social hall, indoor arena for playing maybe boxing and table tennis and other issues in the same place. It is worth waiting for another 2 weeks to have this value at once and maximize the resource that is there at once than to hurry up and have white elephants in the country. It's better when it's something good, and I don't think I'm speaking a language that is strange. This language is of truth. You know, there is no other way we can say let's just do this. We advertise the academies. I know I was not appearing before this committee on this issue, and I didn't have to answer today. I would have easily told the chair, Mr. Chair, I was not prepared for this question when I come back and so forth. But because I know the answer, there was no need for me to say, okay, I'll go back and consult. You will see the advert on Tuesday.
Chair, on light note,
let's have the advert on Tuesday. And Mr. Chair, let's thank God that as a country and parliament, we have turned around. Because this conversation of securitization of a fund, we started when we got to office with road maintenance levy. Had we done that at that point in time, we would have moved certain steps. But because of the economic situation when we entered in, we needed first to stabilize. I'm sure even my colleague in the road sector now has the confidence when he appears before you as members of parliament that in a few weeks or months, once we get the securitized road maintenance levy, we'll deal with the pending bills on the other side. This is a sports academy that should be in place, cannot take 6 months to build. If we are building stadia in 3 months, 6 months, it should not take long. Once we advertise and with the guarantee of the resources, we should be able to complete them once. And I don't think it is fair to say the PS and Mr. No lied. They did not. What they did was they knew that in the rest, by the end of the year, all of them will proceed. But you put the money as you progress. The first quarter 500, the next quarter 500, and I know. Since I'm not speaking in camera, they were saying that confidently because they knew in the 500 million they have, put them to task to make sure that they are in keeping with the law and they help us to get good elections. Because, as I said, the residual power of the minister to still disband whatever team which has been established if the law has not been followed is there. But we should not go there. That is extreme end. We shouldn't be desiring even or imagining to do so. I request that find proper mechanisms of ensuring that we have free and fair elections. In the law now, FKF constitution, by now they should have amended their constitution to make sure that the people who vote should be clubs. All over the world, it's clubs who vote for the elections. But now we have something in FKF constitution called branches. Those branches are not registered clubs. So we need, after these elections, to try to push first in the revision of the law to make it mandatory, and then now ask FKF to revise their law so that the clubs are the ones who are participating in up to what level and which delegate or who will. That's why we would have about 500 clubs now coming to vote for this presidential election. We increase the level of legitimacy. For avoidance of doubt, I have no problem with the 92 delegates. It's not a unique system. It happens all over the world. It happens even in other elections. For as long as the law permits delegate system, there should not be issue. We should just move it now in future towards the audience, like honorable members have suggested here in terms of the clubs. And then we have the federations who have complied with the financial information. Maybe I supply that one later. I don't have the information right now as to how many of them, but ensuring that for us activities, they must be compliant. And you know that compliance of submission and the status. So if you club that the registrar has cleared, is because they have complied on everything, including financial. Now, to ask our federation, can you give us your sponsors? You'll find them being very evasive, and the good news is that you can receive the financial position, but who will audit for you? Who is going to help you audit of the executive and the government towards these institutions, except the investigative agencies? So there is a lacuna here that we really need to revise in the law to see what will be the clear responsibilities of government to federations. I think that we have an opportunity because we are the major sponsors of all national federation, country or representation. By virtue of that, having that pass as a country and as a government through sport. My people in the sports fund that don't give money to an association, come and account for only the ones we gave them, but there's other money they raise elsewhere. We do not have private sector financing our sports in the country, and our football leagues are not doing the way they should be. We are among the lowest paying league in the continent. It's because the private sector does not even trust how the federation are run. The level of transparency that is there, nobody wants to throw their money chasing after bad money. And therefore, I agree with Honorable Naomi that when we bring the law, let's see how we can expand the areas of accountability. But as a ministry, that's what we are trying to do now. For you to get registered, you must submit your accounts, but also for us to finance your activities, you must account to us for the money we've given to you. On the sports academies, I know that the committee here was aware that we had advertised the country, and the committee had been apprised. There was a conversation important to have standardized. By that time, we had standardized the sports academies to a cost of about 50 million shillings. There was a further conversation that for the sports academies to have greater value, we needed 2 or so halls in the academy itself for both indoor games and for meetings, for community meetings and so forth. So that enhanced the cost of constructing the academies by another 5 million shillings, and so necessitated a review that was done together by Sports Academy Kenya, Academy of Sports, Sports Kenya, and Kenya School of TV. Template. Members of National Assembly, you appreciate the template also we have had for TTIs across the country. So it's something like the TTIs, so that when you build a sports academy across the country, they are almost similar in structure. Of the process of was about to have $1 billion. So, but now we will even be able to advertise. By another 3 months, we should advertise another 30, so that progressively we should move in the next 3 years, 4, 5, across the country. Thank you, Chair. And I think this thing of the academies, by the time I come back.
Yes, it's on record on this committee, actually on the room opposite, whereby the PS and the CS Sports Academy, Sports Fund, CEO Sports Fund, Mr. Noor, appeared to us, and it was not an easy meeting because they responded to that. You need to know that. They responded to that meeting or not. And you have just said something which have shocked me. You want to tell me the PS and Noor lied to us? You are telling. Now, who do we author now next? Do we author you, or do we recall them and author them again? Because PS, I'll be honest with you. This issue was very emotive, and I wish Honorable Mary Amasa was here. You will not like to be on that seat. Thank God she's not. Because she was in position to defend the president, having been called a liar because of the same issue. And I think we would not get to that route, me and you. But I want you to put us to very clear notice that we are not going to have another circus. And I will tell you why. CNN was in this committee last parliament. Last parliament. And the issue of sports academy was there. Down the line, he has been elected again, and no single sports academy. Can you guarantee me I will not come back again next parliament and we are discussing the same issue? And I want to take your word, the third cancellation will be the last, but from Tuesday we proceed, because I believe that business, please. And if you need to consult, we can allow you to have tea, consult, and come back before we oath you. Then we can look for a lawyer to oath you so that we can have a very clear direction.
Mr. Chair, that which ends well, what did they say? They say, what ends well is better than what end well. Let's put it in that manner. The good news is that the effort of CNN and the team and the people who came before us has improved the sports academy. In fact, you as a committee, you started with 200 million, once whatever, all that. These designs have improved. Another 30. Perhaps, our hope, of course, as you know, in the 5 years or so, we should have 290. But we must start from areas that don't have stadia, that don't have what, like we've already chosen as a take it from each here. Let me give you my word. I wanted to put it actually in the national circulated newspaper this week, but because of the austerity measures of government, I wanted to put it on Thursday. But because of the austerity measures of government, we just agreed, we put it on Tuesday next week in the My Government as an advert. Otherwise, it's ready, everything is ready.
Thank you, Waziri. I'll hand over the microphone to Catherine, then Honorable Mondi, and then CNN Bishop will close.
Thank you.